Well, good morning. Welcome to Wednesday, the 22nd of August. Day 8, I think, of my trip. Yeah, gotta be day 8. Absolutely quiet this morning. No wind, no loons, no birds. It's kind of funny though, you'd think with no wind there, the lake would be absolutely calm, but it isn't. It's choppy, a little bit choppy. Got a little bit of rain last night. Not much. For what it's worth, I had the lake to myself last night again. Nobody showed up to that campsite, other campsite. In fact, I never saw anybody all day, but since I spent a number of hours in a tent, somebody could have snuck by. My leg is feeling a little bit better this morning. I'm sure once I get moving around, and especially once I start portaging, it's going to regress. Got a better sleep last night than I did the night before in any case. So, got up a little bit early this morning, about 5:45 instead of 6 or a little bit after. But, yeah, it's going to be a tough day. Forecast is still holding that it's supposed to be in the mid 60s today, with a wind of 5 miles an hour from the north. So should be easy paddling. Just the portaging, that's not going to be real easy, especially the first portage I gotta do. Oh, and then of course the Eddy Lake portage is uphill. It's short but uphill. So anyway, I'm gonna have my oatmeal now, and then I'll get back to you later. There she is, portage landing for 75 rod portage. Well, the 75 rodder is done. I guess I left the campsite about 9:30. Now about 11 o'clock. So it did take some time to get that done. I ended up doing a 2.5 portage. On my second carry, I put my camera bag on the front and I have the food pack on my back. So the camera bag kind of restricts my view a little bit. And so I thought coming down the hill, which is quite a steep one coming down to the lake here, thought coming down that hill it would be better if I wasn't carrying both packs at the same time. My leg actually seemed to work fairly well. It actually was more sore on the return trip when I had nothing on my back than it was when I was loaded, which is interesting. Very interesting. So anyway, first and worst portage is out of the way for the day. Campsite straight ahead of us here is where I had initially planned to spend last night and tonight. Again, not necessarily because it looked like that great of a site, although it doesn't look too bad, but because this whole area in here looks so moosey, and I was hoping to do some moose hunting. Here's the start of the portage from the north arm of Knife Lake into the south arm of Knife Lake. 30 rods of portaging instead of many miles of paddling. Nice landing on this end, and I believe that if I remember right, the landing on the other end was pretty decent too. Well, I thought it fixed the paddle banging issue, but I guess I didn't. Well, I made it across that portage, but not very well. I did it as a double. My upper leg started bothering me. Not sure if I have any more portages in me today. It's 10 to 12. I should at least stop somewhere for lunch. Coming up to the Eddy Lake portage. Decided to keep going. I don't know whether it was a good decision or not, but I was going. Back into the slip. Gotta get out of here and go into that pine. Just barely made it up there. I'm on Eddy Lake. I basically did 3.5 carries. Started out with my canoe and a pack. Had to put the canoe down halfway up. I went back for the food pack. Brought that along by itself. Went back for the other pack. No, went back for the camera bag, the thwart bag. And then went back and got the canoe from halfway up the trail. That's all I can do today. It's 1:30. Let me see if I can find a campsite here on Eddy Lake. I'm not going to make it to Jenny. It's another, it's a steep portage. It's only 15 rides, but it's steep. Not as steep as this last one, but steep enough. Be a little bit out of my way, but I'm going to check. There's 2 campsites in the western part of the lake here. And I'm going to check first. So we're going to the other end and finding out that the one campsite that is along the way is taken. I may not get out of here until Saturday, as my leg really improves. Here's the first campsite. There's the landing. Kitchen area. Couple of okay, almost okay tent pads. Not really looking all that great. Latrine trail's probably up that way. I think I'm going to check out the next one. This one doesn't look really good. All that good. I suppose I could always put my tent down here. Even that's sloped. Well, there's the other one. Checked it out already. If anything, it's even worse than the first one. I don't know how they can be called campsites when there's nowhere to put a tent. But so I'm gonna have to go to the north one. North one, south one, what is it? What direction are we? Where am I on the map? Eastern one. And hope that it's open. And here's door number 3. Here's the canoe at the landing. Beautiful view out that way. Kitchen area. Oh, shoot. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. There's a decent tent pad here. Looks like an even better one up above there. Oh, my leg. I don't know that I want to come up this far though. I think I'm gonna have to make do down here. Logs are pretty rotten at the kitchen area here. Okay, there's a tent pad right up in there, I think. Might be usable. Don't think I need a tarp tonight. I think there was like a 20% chance of rain or something like that, but not too bad. Oh, now I see somehow or another I have fog all over my lens. Oh well. So this is going to be home for the night. fire grate is awfully low. Hard to get a fire under there. I'm not planning on gathering wood tonight anyway, even though it is supposed to get down in the upper 30s. I'm not planning on a fire. It's too much work to gather wood with my leg the way it is. It's going to be all I can do, just set up camp. Okay, show you where I've been today. Started out here, up here at this campsite on Amoeba Lake. Came down through here, did the 75 rod portage, which is actually across here, not down there, as I found out last year. Past that campsite there, that's the one that I said I had originally intended to spend 2 nights on, including tonight. I came down, did this 30 rod portage from the north arm of Knife Lake to the south arm. Came through around the south of this island, over to here. I consider staying on that campsite there, but it's north facing, and tonight we're supposed to have slight winds from the north, and it's supposed to get down to the upper 30s, so I thought it would be better to have a south facing site. So I came across the 25 rod portage into Eddy Lake. Those are the 2 campsites I checked out that weren't any good. So this is the one I'm sitting at now. So just down from here, here's the 15 rod portage into Jenny Lake that I was going to try to take, but I just ran out of portage legs today. Part of the problem is, like I said, the leg is keeping me from getting a good night's sleep, so it's wearing me down totally. You know, not just the leg, but my whole body is getting awfully tired and worn out. I'm hoping that tomorrow I can at least get to Ogish, Kamunsi, or Ogish Lake. There's a 15 rod portage from here to Jenny. It's kind of steep, but it's nothing like the portage I just did. Then there's a couple of short portages, short easy portages, into and out of Annie Lake to get to Ogish. And be really nice if I could get all the way to Jasper, because that way I'd have a fighting chance of getting out of here on Friday. But if I can't make it to Jasper tomorrow, then I'm pretty well, it's going to be Saturday before I can get out. So I guess I'm just going to have to keep chugging along and see what my body and see what my legs will take every day, and see about getting out of here. Now, to add insult to injury, my spot is now indicating low battery. Now, the batteries I had in there at the start of the trip were rechargeables. I had used them on several trips before this one, and I don't know, I can't remember when it was, but earlier on in this trip they went dead on me. So I replaced them with other rechargeables that I thought were charged up, that were in my camera bag, and they've only lasted a few days. Of course, I have a recharger for them, but again, with my battery, my power pack dead, drowned, I have no way of recharging them. So now Now my spot is dying, my camera's dying. Everything's dying. I gotta get out of here. Wish I could have made it further today, but I just physically was not capable of going any further. That last portage definitely took it out of me. So, had some lunch now. Gonna see about getting my tent set up. And everything is taking a long time, of course, because it's hard to walk. Not absolutely sure yet where I'm going to put the tent. There's not a lot of, well, the only really good tent pad I've seen, well, can't even call it a really good. The only good tent pad I've seen is ways away, and I don't want to keep walking that far. So, here's a space right at the base of this cedar tree here that I think that might be where I put it. Then it's not very far from there to the kitchen area and back again. This spot behind me didn't work out for the tent, so I have it over here instead. It just barely works, but it works. Just too many roots and rocks and stuff over the other side here. Not very good tent pads, unless I don't know for sure, but I think that one back in a ways would be good. But like I said, I don't want to walk that far. Here I am out in the middle of the wilderness, and I don't want to walk that far, but I think you'll understand. My leg is just killing me. So yeah, I have to walk to get across the portages and what have you, but the less I have to walk in camp, the better off I am. Probably not going to have a very good night again tonight. I'm sure my leg is still going to want a certain position, and my body, the rest of my body is going to say, hey, we need to change. We need to change. So I try to find another position that works, and I can't find one. And I go back to the one that does. Repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. I'm tempted to push the I'm okay but need assistance button on my spot, but I don't know what would happen. I know my wife doesn't check her emails regularly. She already admitted last year that she was going to wait until about a day or two before I was due home before she started checking. I'm a long ways from a day or two. I forgot to send out an email to certain people before I left to tell them where they could go to track my progress. So it would be I'm not sure that anybody's watching. And if they were watching, what would they do? What could they do? About the only thing would be to get a hold of the Forest Service and have them come and find me. If they push that button, then what do? Do I sit here and wait on the off chance that somebody does come to give me assistance? Or do I make my way out and hope that anybody that's coming in to assist me finds me along the way? So I think I'll just be hitting the I'm okay and having a good time button, even though I'm not okay. and I'm definitely not having a good time. Because I turned the spot off as soon as I saw that it was telling me the battery was low. So until the battery runs out completely, I can at least send in the nightly things, even if I don't turn tracking on anymore. When the batteries go completely, I guess I can put the old ones in, because I changed immediately when I saw the red light saying that the battery was low. So I suppose I could use those up until they're gone. Tell the outside world that I'm okay, having a great time. When actually I am struggling like crazy. Just wish there were a few other grades of messages I could put into this thing. Well, actually, I kind of wish the tracking hadn't, or the batteries hadn't gone low, because then I could hit that button. I could still hit the tracking during the day, so that people would know that I'm still moving, even though I'm asking for assistance. Tonight's supper is Mountain House Italian style pepper steak with rice and tomatoes. I'm not sure if I'm going to like this or not. I'm not into spicy foods, so I'll have to see how this goes. But again, I was trying for variety for this trip, and this is 2 servings, so the size of a Pro Pack if it's not a Pro Pack itself. So see how it goes. There's a party just now looking for a site. I let them know I was here so that they turned around. I should have found out how many they had in their party. Could have done a deal where let them share my site with me in exchange for helping me again across the next few portages. You know, this Italian style pepper steak is not all that bad. It's a lot like Spanish rice with pieces of steak thrown in. So, of course, with the steak that's in here, who needs jerky? But yeah, it's a little bit on the tough side, but not too bad. Yeah, I haven't quite finished it yet. Not sure if I'm going to be able to finish it, but made a good dent in it anyway. I'm now on my next to last battery on this camera. Well, it's 10 to 8, and I've come to bed, come into the tent. I didn't even wait for the sunset. For one thing, I can't see it from here anyway, but it might have lit up the clouds to the east. May not have, but it's getting kind of chilly. I'm very headachy as well as leg achy, so I thought all around it would be better to get in the tent. It's supposed to get down into the upper 30s tonight, so I will use my liner. Of course, last night it was supposed to get down to lower 40s, and this morning when I got up, according to the radio, it was in the 50s. I think it was right around 50 in Ely already at that time, so don't know if it'll actually get down to the 30s like they say, but I'm prepared just in case. But I am so beat. And well, I've been taking a lot of rest breaks between doing things to let my leg recover, such as it does. I haven't really been snoozing at all, but hopefully tonight I'll be able to sleep better than I did last night. I doubt it though, because with the leg hurting like it is, it's probably still want to be in the one position, and so I'm going to keep waking up when the rest of the body wants to move, trying out other positions and finding out nothing else works. But oh well. So in interest of saving battery, good night. Thanks for watching.